Welcome back, guys. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm back. We're back with another beer review. Another one from the Pinter here now. So I've just finished brewing that. Literally, I've taken it out of the fridge. Today is finishing conditioning time. We've got dark matter stout in there. Didn't do the read-ins at the start of the brew, so I can't tell you how much it is exactly. But it is supposedly, well, it's supposed to be 4.5%. So, yeah, it might even be 4.4%, I can't remember. So that's a waste of time telling you, isn't it? So, anyway, like I say, we've got dark matter stout in there. I think this will cost you 15 quid off the greater good. Unless you've got a subscription thing, and that will go from anything from 12 to, I think, 10 or 11 pound. You can get it for. Supposedly, well, it says it has 10 pints in there. Yes, it holds 6 litres. You do lose a little bit in the dock, so you do lose a little bit there. I don't think this is a full 6 litres either, so there won't be so much in there. So without further ado, I'm going to do a pour. I may well have to pause it halfway through. Glass at the ready, because yeah, it's normally quite lively. So we'll see how the pour goes. If it's good enough to carry on the video, I'll carry on. If not, I'll pause and it'll just seem seamless. So let's crack on and see how we do here. It is very lively, first one out, so it's probably going to have to be a case of letting it settle a bit, so you might have to bear with me. But in a glass, I mean, look at that. That is as jet black as you can get, plenty of sediment in the bottom as well, dropping down. So I'm going to leave that, we'll pause it for a bit, and I'll be back in a minute. So, we're back, finally got it a little bit more respectable. A lot of sediment come out in that first pour. There was a lot of bits in the bottom. So there we go, beer in a glass. Jet black. Oh, fucking air on there. Jet black. We got a real compact tan head on top. There's a good 2-finger of that, but like I say, first pour out of it, it was massive. I reckon on average you're probably going to get a head like that on it on each sort of pour. A lot of sediment in the bottom. Looks as you'd expect a stout to look. So let's try and dive in on the nose and see what we get. It'll be hard to swill it, so I'm just going to have to go in. Typical sort of stout smell, and doesn't smell bad. Definitely getting the malts in there, very, very malty. Bit of coffee in there on the nose. Because I can't give it a decent swill, it's quite hard to get anything at the moment, but it's typical sort of stouty, malty. I'm getting a bit of dark chocolate there. Bit of coffee. I mean, it smells decent, in all honesty. It does smell decent. So without further ado, do a bit of advertising. The greater good. Without further ado, let's dive in. Cheers. In all fairness, do you know what I would say? In all fairness, out of the ones I've had, yeah, I've had a couple of fails as well. Never got around to the Space Hopper. Had a couple of West Nouveaux. One of them went tits up. I've had the first Lockwood Pilsner, which was the very first brew, which was a complete disaster. Mostly down to me, I would say. I've done one of the ciders. I've tried the APA, the Public House IPA. Out of the ones I've had so far, this is head and shoulders, I would say, above the rest. Head and shoulders for me. .4, 4.5%. Feels boozy. It does feel boozy, which is nice. I haven't done anything different to this apart from just do max brewing, max conditioning times. And there was maybe half a litre less in this than what should have been. Body's decent on it. It's a nice body. Carbonation's just how you like it, really. I would say sort of almost non-existent in this. Just little bubbles that tickles the inside of your mouth. Nice body, nice carbonation. Quite a decent mouthfeel, in all honesty. Not, you know, Not groundbreaking, but quite a decent mouthfeel. Taste-wise, you really are getting that sort of roasty, sort of stout sort of taste in there. Getting the coffee. You're definitely getting the dark chocolate, I would say, as well. And you're getting that typical, you're getting the malts, you're getting the dark sort of chocolate, you're getting the coffee in there. It's got quite a nice bitterness on it as well. Very drinkable as well. That's very enjoyable. Dark matter stout for me. I mean, like I said, I don't think I've done anything. Well, I haven't done anything particularly fancy to it, apart from it might have half a litre less water in it than normal. I haven't put any more sugar in, which is something I'm not going to do anymore, because I find clearly these things are measured out. Excuse me, the yeast and the fresh press, it'll all be calculated. I think when you put that extra sugar in, the yeast just doesn't, it must be calculated that that yeast isn't going to eat any more sugar up. Excuse me. So I think all that sugar does, unless, you know, I don't know, people have said brew it longer. I've tried brewing things longer, but it's always very, very sweet. This one hasn't got that sweetness. So I think I will stick with just brewing it to how, you know, the bottle, and that's it. The bottle, the yeast, that's it. But for me, I'm rambling on now, so I do apologise. Dark matter stout from the Pinter, top-notch stuff, and I would say the first one I have genuinely been very impressed with. So for me, yeah, dark matter stout gets a big thumbs up. Would I recommend picking it up? Without a doubt. Even more so now. The cold days are coming in, winter's coming in. Beautiful sort of drink for that. Lovely one to sit down and put your feet up with. So for me, yeah, like I say, a lovely beer, and one I would definitely pick up again and recommend. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the review. What else have I got coming up on the Pinter? Once this gets bottled, I'll be whacking in the old Space Hopper. No, not the Space Hopper, the guest list. So I think that's pretty much the Bavarian lager. So that'll be going in there straight after this. So that'll be coming up hopefully in a couple of weeks. I've got Space Hopper there, and I've ordered a Weiss beer. Because any of you out there who have a Pinter would have seen that they were doing an offer on, if you join the Fresh Beer Club again, they were giving you a co-pinter for free. All you had to do was pay the postage on it, so I just signed up to that. I mean, you know, if I sign up to it for one month, it's cost me 12 quid to have a co-pinter, so I can actually probably get a bit more going. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm rambling on. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the stout. If you've had it, let me know what you think. Feel free to subscribe. It's free. It won't cost you nothing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on another one. Cheers.